Hello adventurers! Wanna visit Singapore but have no money? No problem, I've lived here for over 17 years now, so let me share with you my top 3 things to do so you can experience Singapore without breaking the bank. Let's begin. Starting with the most renowned garden in Singapore, the Gardens by the Bay. Once you've been there, you'll understand how we earned our nickname, the Garden City. Enjoy a huge area of curated gardens, which is just at the heart of the city. Actually, the highlights here are the paid glass domes filled with flowers and plant collections from all over the world. The flower dome and the cloud forest. But the surrounding areas are actually very beautiful and are free to explore. Let me show you my favorite spots. For a nice high viewpoint of the garden, plus a grand front view of the Marina Bay Sands, aka MBS, get up to the MBS overpass. This is also the same bridge that connects GBTB to the MBS. Enjoy a serene waterside walk by the Dragonfly Fountain. For something quieter, head down to the Silver Garden. Prefer something more natural? Visit the Kingfisher Wetland, which is super popular among birdwatchers. But the ultimate free attractions in the Gardens by the Bay is the Super Tree Grove. Marvel at the iconic super trees, which at first feels like a 3 out of 5, but when I realized that the trees light up at night and there's a free musical light show every night, this became a 4.5 out of 5. The show is called Garden Rhapsody. There's the 7:45 and 8:45 slot. Go at 8:45 if you want to avoid the crowd. The best spot to watch the show is right in front of the biggest super tree, which is the one with the observatory on top. Now, if you want to make this into a full day itinerary, combine this with the most iconic short walk in Singapore at the Marina Bay. In just 30 minutes, you'll be soaked in Singapore's most iconic sights. The Merlion in its full glory, the spiky Esplanade, and the sleek Marina Bay Sands towers from multiple dashing angles. For just the gist of the iconic sights, going around the top half of the Marina Bay is sufficient. But if you want to see more, you can easily extend into the Civic District through the Anderson Bridge from the Merlion, get up to the Esplanade Roof Garden for a good view of the bay, or detour into Gardens by the Bay, which is the nice day trip that I mentioned. The cherry on top is another free musical light show at the Marina Bay Sands, called Spectra. It runs every night at 8 PM and 9 PM, with additional 10 PM on Friday and Saturdays. The best way to start this itinerary is to start your walk at Gardens by the Bay at 6 PM. You'll get to adore the daytime and the nighttime view of the Gardens by the Bay, then enjoy the Garden Rhapsody at 7:45 PM. After that, take an evening stroll towards the Marina Bay Sands and catch the Spectra light show at 9 PM before heading down to the Merlion. With this route, you also get to avoid most of the crowds at Spectra and Merlion. Now, if you haven't had enough of the beautiful city view and want to go higher, I got you. Hello adventurers! We are at the best panoramic viewing point in Singapore that's free to enter. At the height of 280 meters, the Capita Spring is hands down one of the best viewpoints in Singapore. We are even higher than the Marina Bay Sands and definitely magnitudes better than the Singapore Flyer. That is Tanjung Pagar, and that island right there, that's actually Sentosa. You're even high enough to see the western ports of Singapore. To the east, you get a full view of the Marina Bay. That is the Marina Bay Sands. I love seeing all those cargo ships in the horizon. The next closest place you can get this is at the MBS itself, at the Sky Park. But you'd have to spend $30+ there. To get to the Capita Spring building, simply take the train to Raffles Place station and get out of the station via exit A. Turn around and get to the Malacca Street. Look out for this very unique building that looked like someone very strong escaped from prison. Getting into the building is easy, but being free admission, getting into the Sky Garden comes with its own costs. Firstly, admission is only free on weekdays, excluding public holidays, between 8:30 to 10:30 AM and 2:30 to 6 PM. So you'll have to plan your schedule very carefully. Secondly, the booking of these free slots is very competitive because it's very popular. Although booking slots open 14 days in advance, they get booked out almost immediately. To maximize your chances of getting a reservation, be at the booking website right when the new slots are released. For example, to book on the slot on the 15th of April, be on the booking site on the 1st of April at 8:30 GMT plus 8 sharp. Now, what if all of the free slots are fully booked, but you still want to go. No worries, there's a separate option. I've summarized them in this table, which you can go from top to bottom depending on their availability. So start from the free reservations followed by the paid ones. I'll leave a link to the table in the description below. If you found this video helpful so far, please leave a like so that more people can find it. And my favorite spot in Sentosa, the Siloso Skywalk. For a total price of $0, you get up the elevator to a sky-high view of the Sentosa Island. To make this an easy and fun day trip, continue down the skywalk. Fort Siloso, which is now a museum where you can explore well-preserved olden military forts and learn the darker side of Singapore history for free. Depending on how much you want to see, you can spend 2 to 3 hours at the Fort Siloso and add in a splash of adventure in nature by hiking through the Imbiah Nature Trail. Catch the historical Imbiah Fort and cross over the Imbiah Nature Boardwalk on your way out. Before you leave the island, consider spending the evening at the free light exhibit at the Sensory-scape. It's right between the beach station and Imbiah Station. The easiest way to start your Sentosa day trip is to head down to Harbourfront Station, get out via exit C and walk towards bus stop number 4. Take the RWS 8 shuttle bus that will bring you into Sentosa under the Resorts World station. It costs $1, but this is the easiest way to get into Sentosa. At the same place that they dropped you off, continue your journey on board bus number 123 to get to the beach station. You can use your Visa or Master credit card to pay for the bus fares. Once at the beach station, get on the free beach shuttle towards Siloso Point. Then just look out for the tall tower that is your Siloso Skywalk. I know it's a long list of instructions and additional bus costs, but trust me, you want to save your energy for the fun stuff. The good news is you can take the monorail back for free when you're going back to the mainland. For a shorter hike that's just as rewarding, hike up the best free natural high viewing point in Singapore, the Faber Point. Within just 1.2 kilometers and less than 100-meter elevation, you'll be treated to a serene peak with a great view. And if you're hungry for more, this route actually extends all the way to Henderson Waves and the Hort Park. But in my opinion, the best view is at the Faber Point itself. To get started, take the train to the Harbourfront station, get out via exit D. You'll see a trail opening to the left of the exit. Just follow the path upwards, following the sign that says Marang Trail or Faber Point. You'll pass by the Faber Peak, which is actually one of the cable car stations that goes into Sentosa. So if you have any cable car plans, this could be a fun morning workout before hopping on the cable car. Next, the must-see free location before you leave the country is the Jewel at the Changi Airport. Enjoy the jaw-dropping huge indoor waterfall that makes you forget you're in a shopping mall. This beautifully crafted water feature is best enjoyed at the multiple angles around the mall. Up front, from above, from underneath, and even from within the monorail service. The best part about Jewel is that there are a lot of other things in the airport that you can pack into a day trip that's perfect for your last day itinerary before you leave Singapore. The ultimate route is to start at T1, get to the departure hall and catch the kinetic rain. Then take a peek at the airplanes taking off and land at the viewing mall. Next, catch the mighty rain vortex at the Jewel. Enjoy it from above, close up and from below, while taking in all the beautiful greeneries around it. Next, get to Terminal 2 either by walking or getting back to T1 to take the SkyTrain. Catch the huge digital waterfall and perhaps enjoy a proper dim sum meal at the Swee Choon. Next, get back to the SkyTrain. This time, we'll ride from T2 to T3 to take a final epic glimpse of the rain vortex from the train. Position yourself near the window that's facing Jewel. Even if you get it wrong, just ride the SkyTrain again. Once in T3, head down to Basement 2 to hit the Kopitiam or have a local taste at Yakun. Then you can check out the program at the movie screening if it interests you. Otherwise, get your boarding pass for your departure flight and continue playing at the transit area. Personally, I liked the Butterfly Garden and the movie theater at T3, the Dreamscape at T2, or if you're tired, just go to the T2 E11 gate and have a good rest. How about a taste of culture in Singapore? Just visit the Kampong Glam. This is one of the more vibrant spots in Singapore, where every wall tells a story through stunning street art. The center of it all is a relic that has stood here for over 200 years, the Sultan Mosque. If you plan to visit the interior of the mosque, come prepared with proper dress code. Non-Muslim can only enter the exterior of the prayer hall. And in the adjacent street is Haji Lane, full of cute boutique shops that's fun to look at. The easiest way to get here is via the public train. Take the Green Line train to Bugis Station, get out of the station via exit B, and walk straight while looking to the right alley until you see the golden minarets. The must-visit spots are the Muscat Street, Arab Street, and the Haji Lane. You can easily spend 1 hour just looking around here. But to make your trip even more worthwhile, explore the rich heritage of Chinatown. The highlight here is the super iconic Buddha Tooth Relic Temple. It's free to enter and it's quite an experience to visit. For a richer cultural experience, walk around the streets and hunt down these murals. One that got very famous recently is the smoking red-scarfed Sam Sui women, who were a big part of Singapore's migrant history. These strong, resilient women were known to dominate the construction industry in the 1930s. Now, how this mural got so famous, other than being so beautiful and historical, is because this work is almost illegal. The authorities actually issued a removal order of this mural because of the smoking imagery, which is considered normalizing smoking, which is against the law. The owner of the building was issued $2,000 fine and was ordered to remove the cigarette from the mural. But removing such a critical part that makes the mural will almost certainly destroy it. Thankfully, after back and forth discussions and hearing the sentiments of the public who wishes to keep it, it was allowed to be retained, allowing us to admire it today and hopefully forevermore. They still got the fine though, because supposedly they needed the permission before starting on the work. Well, as the saying goes, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. Quick update, now there's a plug explaining the smoking part. Chinatown is an excellent location for our day trip, also because of the multitudes of food options you can find here. Just across the temple right there is one of the most popular hawker centre in Singapore, the Maxwell Hawker. Hawker centers are these big communal food centers with rows of hawker stalls selling delicious and affordable local food. This is where you can get the most value for your money for food in Singapore. Other than Maxwell, there is also the Amoy Street, the Chinatown Complex, Hong Lim Hawker, and the People's Park Complex. Seriously, you cannot go hungry while you're in Chinatown. If you've never been to a hawker center, I have the perfect video guide you can watch later that also includes Michelin Guide recommendations. Just across the street from Maxwell Hawker Center, you'll also find another amazing attraction, the Singapore City Gallery. Come here to learn how Singapore transformed into the metropolitan city that we know today within just 60 years. They have a whole model of Singapore over here. Most of the things in Chinatown are open from 8 AM to 10 PM, making this a super flexible and vibrant destination. You can even find a chicken here. Hey chicken! Well, will the chicken cross the road? Yes, it will. Nah, it's coming back. Smart chicken. If you change your mind and want to spend money in Singapore, I've collated all the top attractions in Singapore in one table for your easy reference. Just click on the attraction name, it will bring you to the booking page. Each booking via this link will also give me a bit of commission, which helps me make more video guides like this. But that's not all. You can also get a better price on your tickets if you use my discount code DASHING. You win, I win, everybody win. And congratulations! You are now ready for the most value-packed itinerary in Singapore. But watch this next video to find out the best value accommodations. These are those that I personally reviewed in person. I'll see you there. No money? No problem, honey.